Hello, friends. Welcome to the last session of writing skills. In the previous three sessions, we talked about writing a report, writing a memorandum or memo, and writing minutes of the meeting. In this last session, we'll talk about some common errors in writing. We make some common errors in writing without even realizing that we are making errors. We do it unknowingly, or sometimes we do it due to lack of knowledge. These common errors include spelling errors, punctuation errors, Indianism. Indianism refers to the words which are typically used by Indian people. This is very interesting. We'll be talking about this later in this session. Subject verb agreement and other common errors. So let's get started and let's talk about spelling errors first. Let us see what happens if you make spelling errors. If you read the example given on the screen, you would understand what I'm saying. Are you sure you want to exist? Now we know what is the mistake here. We know that it should be exit, not exist. Okay. It is a simple spelling error, or it could be a typo error also. Whatever it is, it miscommunicates. If you end up writing this kind of spelling, you would end up miscommunicating the message. If we take a look at the second example, and if you want to exist, then please pay your parking fee before existing. Here also, same mistake, same error. It should be exiting, not existing. Here also, the meaning is changed due to the wrong spelling. Because if you spell it in a wrong way, then the word would change. And if the word changes, the meaning of the entire sentence would also change. So we have to be very careful while writing, particularly while writing professional or formal documents. Homophones and homonyms. Now, these are the words which have similar pronunciations but different meaning and different spellings. Look at this example and you would understand what I'm saying. Wife says, I lost my keys again. Husband says, it's in your genes. Wife says, don't drag my family into this. Now, the word that is creating confusion here is the word genes. Jeans. And we know that in English we have a word with similar pronunciation but different meaning and different spelling. The word genes, genes. Now imagine you don't know the correct spelling and you would end up writing genes. If you do that, you will be miscommunicating the message. And I'm sure you don't want to do that. Let us try this. We have got two sentences. Everyone, walk down this blank, please. And Neha, you should see a doctor. Your face looks very blank. We have to fill in the blanks. And the options which are given are I'll, A-I-S-L-E, and I-S-L-E-I. Both the pronunciation is same, I'll and I'll. In second sentence also, there are two words, P-A-I-L, pale, and P-A-L-E, pale. Again, the pronunciation is same. So now the confusion begins because of the pronunciation. Okay, which word to choose? Which is the correct answer? I'm sure you have guessed something. So let us see whether what you have guessed is correct or not. Everyone walk down this aisle, please. A-I-S-L-E, aisle. Okay, something that we see in theaters, libraries, or airplanes. And that's why in airplanes we have aisle seats. ISLE, aisle, means an island. Similarly, PAIL, pale, means a bucket, and PALE, pale, means face without energy, dry face. Okay, so imagine you don't know the spelling of pale, P-A-L-E, and you end up writing P-A-I-L. So it is completely different, right? So we should be very, very careful, very, very vigilant when we write such things. Punctuation errors. You look at these examples and you would understand. I like cooking my family and my pets. Okay. And second sentence, we are going to learn how to cut and paste kids. Now you know what is the error. The commas are missing. I like cooking, my family, and my pets. We are going to learn how to cut and paste kids. So even a small comma can make a whole lot of difference. It can change the entire meaning. Let's look at another example. A woman without her man is nothing. A woman without her man is nothing. So even if you change the place of your punctuation marks, the meaning would change. Now the thing is, we don't take punctuation marks very seriously. I think punctuation marks are one of the most neglected things in the English language. We take them very casually, very lightly, and we use them anywhere we want without thinking about their meaning and without thinking what they are conveying. So while using punctuations, we have to be extra careful. We need to understand, what does a comma mean here? What does a full stop mean? What does a question mark mean? Or what does an exclamation mark mean, for example? And accordingly, we have to use them. Look at these three examples. Sleet fell heavily on the tin roof, but the family was used to the noise and paid it no attention. Sleet fell heavily on the tin roof, but the family was used to the noise and paid it no attention. And the third sentence, sleet fell heavily on the tin roof, but the family was used to the noise and paid it no attention. Now, you might have guessed it that the third sentence written with the green color is right. But I have seen people, and I'm sure you also have seen people writing the first sentence without a punctuation mark, without a comma. And even if they put a comma, they tend to put it after the conjunction, that is but. The rule says when there is a conjunction, and particularly coordinating conjunction, and, but, so, therefore, etc., you have to put a comma right before the conjunction, not after the conjunction. So when we write these things, now this is a very small thing, but very important, and very, very important even when you are writing or drafting formal or professional documents. These are some important links. If you go through the articles given on this links, you would understand the correct usage of punctuation marks. I'm sure this links will be shared with you separately as well. Indianism. Now let's talk about some words which are typical to Indian people. We Indians use this word very frequently. For example, discuss about. I have seen people using this word while writing and while speaking. I want to discuss about my project. I want to discuss about this matter, for example. Well, the correct usage is not discuss about. It's only discuss. So you can just say, I want to discuss this matter. I want to discuss my project. Discuss about is not very appropriate usage. For example, we are discussing common errors right now. You should not say that we are discussing about common errors. We are discussing common errors right now. The second is revert back. Now I have seen people using this in email writing. Kindly revert back as soon as possible. Now, if you check the meaning of the word revert in dictionary, you would come to know that the word revert means to return to the former state or former condition or former position. And when you say revert back, it's like return back, which is not appropriate, right? So if you want to use the word revert, just use the word revert. No need to add the word back. Okay, so just say revert. So kindly revert as soon as possible. Revert back is not appropriate. Do the needful. This also, I have seen people using this a lot in email writing. Kindly do the needful. Now this is very much Indian in terms of usage. The correct usage or the actual usage should be do what is necessary or required. So kindly do what is necessary or required rather than saying kindly do the needful. More, better, smaller or bigger. I am sure you have also seen people using this while speaking or writing. This is more, better. The word better itself means more than good, right? So we have three words: good, better, and best. So only the word better is enough to suggest that it is more than good. Okay, so just say better or smaller or bigger. Different, small. For example, we celebrate different festivals in India. We often say this, right? Different is actually, we do it because of the influence of mother tongue or mother tongue interference, as they call it. Okay. So in English, there's no expression like different or small or various. You just can say different or small. So we celebrate different festivals in India, not different. Time pass is again an Indian production. Okay, it's an Indian word. If you check the dictionary, there is no word like time pass. Okay, the actual word is pastime. So you can say it's my favorite pastime, not time pass. Debate or quiz competition. So we have this tendency of using this word competition with debate and quiz, but you can do away with the word competition and you can just write debate or quiz. So our college is organizing a debate or a quiz. That's enough. Some more Indianism: pass out of or from. Now I have seen my students saying this. I pass out of my 10th standard in 2010, for example. Now if you check the dictionary and if you check the meaning of the word pass out, it means to become unconscious. Okay, which is wrong, which is an inappropriate usage here. So you can say completed. I completed my 10th standard in 2010. If you want to talk about higher education, if you want to talk about college, let's say, you can say I completed my graduation. You cannot say I pass out of my college. Okay, it means something else. People's or children's. I'm sure you have heard people saying this, or you have seen people writing this. 3 children's. The word children itself means more than one. If there is one, we would say one child. If there are two, we would say 2 children, not children's. Okay, so similar is the case with the word people. It's plural already. So you should not say peoples. It's always people or children. I live in Mumbai only. Now, we Indians have tendency of using this word only quite frequently. I came here yesterday only, which is actually not needed. You just say, I live in Mumbai. That's it. No need to put the unnecessary stress on the sentence. Good name. Now, this is very common in India. People frequently ask this. What is your good name? Now, every name is good. If not for you, then at least for that person. Okay. So don't ask what is your good name. Just ask what is your name. Or if you want to be polite, then you can say, may I know your name? I have seen people saying, may I know your good name, which is not appropriate. Just say, may I know your name, or what is your name? Small or big brother or sister. Okay, I have a small brother or I have a big sister. This is an inappropriate. The correct usage is younger or elder brother or sister. So I have a younger brother, I have an elder sister, or I have a younger sister, I have an elder brother, whatever. Cousin brother or sister. Now, I'm sure you have heard people saying this. I have 2 cousin brothers or I have 3 cousin sisters. Now, you can just use the word cousin. No need to say cousin brother or cousin sister or, I have 2 cousin brothers or 3 cousin sisters. No, he is my cousin, for example. For example, if you say Raju is my cousin, so the word Raju indicates that it's a boy. Sita is my cousin, so the word Sita indicates that it's a girl. You don't have to say it's my cousin brother or cousin sister. All right. A lot of people would also say real brother and real sister. Okay. There is nothing like real brother and real sister. You can just say he is my brother and she is my sister. If you are talking about cousin, as I said, you can just say he is my cousin or she is my cousin. All right. Yes, let's look at these 2 sentences. The list of items are on the desk and the list of items is on the desk. Here in the first sentence, we think that the word items are plural and we have to use the word are here. But actually, M is or are depends on not on the items, but it depends on the word the list. So you have to refer to the word the list and accordingly you have to use M is or are. So here, since the list indicates that it's singular, okay, so you say the list of items is, not are, okay, because the word list is singular. If we talk about lists of items, then it should be are. But if you say list of items, then it should be is. A bucket of yellow roses lend color and fragrance to the room. A bucket of yellow roses lends color and fragrance to the room. Now you know what is the difference. 3 miles are too far to walk. 3 miles is too far to walk. Now we tend to use the word are here, thinking that it's miles, so it is plural. But 3 miles here is considered as a single unit of distance. Okay, so you would better say that the 3 miles is too far to walk rather than saying 3 miles are too far to walk. This is subject verb agreement. So your verb should agree to your subject and your subject should agree to your verb. Okay, if your subject is singular, then you have to use the verb accordingly. If your subject is plural, then you have to use the verb accordingly. But you have to understand whether your subject is singular or plural. Okay, and that's when the confusion starts in such sentences. So that's why we have to understand this. Some other common errors. He's one of the best student in the class. Now I have seen people writing this. I have heard people saying this. I'm sure you also have heard people saying this. He's one of the best doctor. He's one of the best teacher. He's one of the best engineer, for example. Now, when we use this kind of structure, one of this structure, we should always remember that it is one of many. For example, he is one of the best student. So there are many students in the class and he is one of them. Okay, he's one of the best students. So one of many. So always use plural when in this kind of sentences. So you say he's one of the best students in the class. There are many best students and he's one of them. Similarly, he's one of the best doctors in the town. He's one of the best engineers in the country. So always plural. Where I can find the book and where can I find the book? We often make this mistake. If it is a question, the structure should be, where can I find the book? Their job is to develop and maintain websites. Their job is to develop and maintain websites. Their job, not their job. Okay, I'm sure you understand this. Positive attitude helps us cope up with the difficulties of life. Cope up. I have seen many people using this word. I have heard many people using this word. Okay, cope up. I will not be able to cope up with it. So cope up is very much Indian in usage. The actual usage is cope with, not cope up with. So positive attitude helps us cope with the difficulties of life, not cope up with difficulties of life. Cope up with is inappropriate, is not appropriate. So you should say cope with. I have been working on this project since 2018, and I have been working on this project for last 2 years. Both these sentences are correct. The only difference is since and for. If you want to talk about the exact time or exact year or month, then you use since 2018, since the month of March, etc. But if you are talking about the duration, the time period, the time duration, then you better use for. I have been working on this for last 1 month. Okay, I have been working on this project, for example, for last 2 years. Okay, time duration. Then there are some words in English which look similar. Okay, for example, the words see, look, and watch. Now for us, these 3 words are similar, synonyms. Okay, and we think that we can use these words interchangeably, but there is a difference among these words. Okay, look at these examples. Stop seeing my private diary. I like to look at movies, and I don't like tennis, but I watch them playing every day. Now let's try to understand what is wrong. Let us see the meaning of this word. Okay, look means to look at something directly. See means to see something that comes into our sight that we weren't looking for. Okay, we didn't want to see that, but we had to see. Okay, watch, to look at something carefully, usually at something that is moving. Okay, so that is why it is appropriate to say, stop looking at my private diary. Okay, because when we look at the diary or notebook or something like that, then we look at it directly. Okay, so it's better to use the word look there. I like to watch movies. Remember, watch means to look at something carefully, usually at something that is moving. That's why you say, I like to watch movies. And to see is when you don't want to see something, but you happen to see that. So I don't like tennis, but I see them playing every day. So that's how you can use these words look, watch, and see. There are many words like this in English. This is just an example I'm giving you right now. Okay. These are some of the references which are used to prepare this presentation. And with this, I end this presentation here. And this was the last session of writing skills. I'm sure you have understood what we discussed in these 4 sessions. And I hope you enjoyed these 4 sessions. I enjoyed interacting with you. I enjoyed being here. So thank you so much. And thank you once again. And I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.